Okay, so the question, will I ever be ready to get married? Guys, you are asking yourself the wrong question. So let me paint this picture for you and follow along with me if you can. I'm going to give an analogy that's actually pretty true to my own story. My wife and I, before we got married, met each other at a gym. She was a coach. I was a coach. She is still a coach there. And actually, I am still a coach there now that I think about it too. But here's the factors that people don't want to think about or don't want to consider when they're getting into a relationship that might turn long term. I have to look foolish in front of my spouse, whether I like it or not. And I don't like it. I would rather be a boss. I'd rather be the king. I'd rather do everything I can to not look foolish and to look like I know absolutely what I'm doing at all times. And I'm the strongest person she could ever imagine being with. And I'm sure that she could relate in wanting to be some version of perfect in my eyes also. But here's the crazy factor about being in a gym. If I only lifted the weights that I already knew I could lift in order to impress her, so to speak, I would never get stronger because I would never challenge myself to lift anything or do anything that I was incapable of, risking the chance of looking ridiculous in order to become stronger in the process. And the same goes for her. And so there's a unique piece of evidence there that we should all consider when we're thinking about trying to find someone we should be with. And that is to consider the fact that we're not going to always look great in front of them and we're not always going to be perfect. And that's not the questions we should be asking. We shouldn't be trying to figure out if we're going to be ready or not ready to be married. We should try to figure out who we can be with that's going to allow us grace as we develop in front of them for the rest of our lives. Because what's going to happen if we just stop working out after we, seduce each other into marriage and a long-term relationship? We're going to lose our health and not be taken care of, and that's going to be unattractive and unhealthy in many regards regardless. But the point I'm trying to bring up here is that if it's worth it, and if it's a person that you truly know you can spend the rest of your time with and the rest of your life with, you are both going to walk down the altar completely imperfect human beings. But you're going to have to learn along the way that you're capable of watching each other grow and develop into something bigger and better than what you are right now, and having the grace to walk through that together, hand in hand. That's what you should be looking for in a spouse. And so instead of thinking about, can I find the one? Am I the one? Is there a perfect fit where everything just kind of falls into place naturally? No, it's messy. It's difficult. It's going to be a mess. There's going to be times you're going to wish or not wish. There's going to be times that you're going to wonder if you made the right decision or not. But those decisions are going to be backed by action to continue pressing forward, even if it looks ridiculous, even if it feels hard and doesn't look pretty. And that's the point, because you want to be with someone who's going to watch you develop and be okay with that. And you're going to have to give them grace and the ability to develop